So in the last video, the diesel heater video, I mentioned about my mate being here who lives full-time in his motorhome, and I was going to show you inside his motorhome and his electrical system because we've done a lot of work to it and upgraded it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go inside, we're going to have a look at it. I'm going to have a chat with Dave about his experiences on the road and some of the technologies that we're now using in the motorhome. So this is his motorhome. I'm not going to focus too much on the outside, although we will look at the panels on the top. So it's a high note rainbow motorhome. How long have you been in this motorhome for, Dave?
Oh, 15 years.
About 15 years, and I think you've been travelling almost 20 years.
Over
because
20 years, yeah.
Over 20 years, because you used to come to my old house when I had my old bus. Okay, so let us jump inside. We're going to have a look in the system here that we've put in now. Now I've got curtains closed just to try and make it a bit easier for the exposure on the camera. So this is now the Victron gear that we've put in. So we've got him two 150 solar charge controllers. So he's got how many panels on the roof? You've got 6 panels on the roof. So 6 panels, so 3 panels go to this. So they're 200 watt panels. So 600 watt goes to this one. 600 watt goes to this one, so we've got 1200 watts all up with panels. And then down here we've got a DC to DC charger. So he's a 24 volt system on his bus, converting it down to 12 volt at 30 amps. So that's the Victron DC to DC charger. So we've put all this in up here, and he's wired up all his circuitry. So you've got power coming from the panels, and they have to be individually fused under our new Australian regulations for motorhome and caravan paneling. I'm not going to get into that in this video. So fusing breakers, we've got the controllers there. Now under his bed he has, I'm not going to lift the bed up because it's too heavy to lift it, he has got himself a King's 300, let's get some lighting, but he's got a 300 amp hour King's lithium battery that he's trying out, and we'll ask him in a minute how he's found that battery. So without further ado, what we're going to do is have a look at what he's running off this system, because he's got the 300 amp hour King's battery underneath, as well as a 3 kilowatt King's inverter as well, which we've just put in, and we are now running a lot of household devices. So he's got that one there. We won't mention about this. Well, we will, but we'll be very diplomatic how we mention this. So what he's got in here is he's been running the King's 12 volt oven. You kind of see a bit of a pattern here. He likes the King's gear. How have you found? Good. You found the King's gear. Absolutely. Good. I know there's a lot of people that like bagging the King's gear.
I haven't complained with it yet.
You haven't had any issues with the King's gear, and some of the stuff that I'm running now I've found very good as well. But we've stepped up from using the King's oven to, let me just open some lighting. No, that's going to throw the camera out. Okay, so we're starting to bring in, that's it, perfect. We're starting to bring in induction cooking. So he's borrowed my the air fryer, and he really loved the air fryer. He's gone and bought this one. Well, there's a problem with this one. It's not working properly. We need to take that back and get that exchanged. We won't go into that. That's not what this video is about. But the other thing we've also brought in is induction stove. So he's got, did you turn it on in the PowerPoint at the back? Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, that's it. So we got the induction stove. You got it right there. So we are going to cook up some dim sims for lunch. What we're going to look at, can you move that out of the way? Because we're going to have a look at the King's inverter screen. 1000 watts getting drawn, 900 watts getting drawn out of the inverter. So it's pulling around about 1000 watts to run this induction cooker. Now, what brand induction cooker is this, Dave?
Of course, one thing.
It's King's. So yeah, you're going to have to be one of those, can't think of the word, you're going to have to become an ambassador for King's, because you've got so much King's gear in here and you haven't had any issue with it. So yeah, got a thumbs up for the King's on that one. So King's ambassador right there. So the induction cooker, he's also got an electric cooker. Now we're running all this electric stuff now from the motorhome, from battery and solar. So When you're living full-time on the road, can you run household stuff like the induction cookers and air fryers from solar?
Today you can.
You can today, yeah. Now,
today you can.
The main reason for that would be the amount of panels you've got on the roof.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you've got 1,200 watts worth of panels on the roof, so you've got plenty of power to be able to put that back in to the system that you're using. Have you found induction cooking versus gas with the timing?
Ah, a lot quicker.
Lot quicker?
A lot quicker. Doesn't heat up the van as much. No, very good, and it's from the sun. It's
from the sun, yeah. All powered by sunshine. As long as Australia doesn't bring in sunshine tax, but let's not get into that one, hey? Right, so there you have it on the inside of his van, how everything's set up with the Victron stuff and the King's inverter, which is under the bed. So let's get the ladder, let's get on top of the roof of the motorhome and have a look at the solar panels that he's used. So grab the ladder, and we're going to go up on the roof to have a look at the solar panels, because he's got 5 200 watt panels here, but he's got an ingenious design that he's made, and that is a panel that folds down. So that is also a 200 watt panel. So when he's ready to move to a different campsite, he just folds that down. He's got a little latch like that, and now you can drive away. And then when he gets to his campsite, he folds this or lifts this back out again, puts that up like that.
Gonna put a strut on it.
Gonna put it, yeah, you're gonna get some struts made up. What I did suggest, he says he said he's not gonna do it, but I reckon he will. You could actually do a folder one here, and maybe one there, and like you could have 2 kilowatts worth of panels. You probably don't need it though. Let's get up on the roof. So climbing up on the roof of the motorhome, you can see that foldable panel that's hanging out the back part here. And he's got his air conditioning here. And then he's got all his solar panels here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the one back there is 6 of the 200 watt panels. And I believe they are Amtronic brand. Anyone in Australia knows Amtronic, so they're Amtronic brand solar panels.
A few moments later.
So we're back in the van now in these motorhomes. So we're getting these boiling up. So while that's boiling, Dave, you've been on the road for 20 years, full-time on the road 20 years. Have you found any difference between what it was, say, 15 years ago and what it is now as the amount of people on the road?
A lot more people. A lot of places have been closed. What was a good place once, now fees have come on it. For people that live on pensions and that, it's a bit harder.
Yeah,
but
because you're on the pension, so
I am.
So we'll say you should be, because you worked all your life and paid plenty of taxes in this country. So you're now on the age pension, and now living on that is a lot harder now. That's everywhere you want to go. You just get slugged with fees all the time.
Yeah, there's generally a electronic thing where you got to put a credit card in and pay.
Yeah, and because you're not right up with the technology, with the credit cards.
The technology's running away from the old people.
You should see the look I'm getting off my mate Dave at the moment. Oh, I think I'm going to get kicked out of his motorhome. Anyway, that's it. Lunch is just about ready. It's just about cooked. So we're going to go and enjoy our dim sim for lunch. So that is a bit of a look at Dave's motorhome setup and what it looks like, what we've done with putting in all the Victron gear, the panels up on the roof. And it goes to show that if you've got enough panels, you can live full-time on the road and have everything electric as well. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below. It's even locking me out of the motorhome. I'm not going to tell you, it's a little funny thing that happened, but we're going to keep that off the camera there. So like the video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below. Wait for the next awesome video that's going to be coming out in the off-grid sustainable living, motorhoming and caravanning channel.